Hi everybody, Bob Sokoler. I travel the world looking for adventure, and today I think I found it. I'm here at Sandals in Negril, Jamaica, and about to go diving. Now, I've only been diving about 2 years. I got my original certification for scuba over at the Sandals in St. Lucia. I just upgraded to open water here at Sandals in Negril. And you may be wondering, well, maybe I'd like to think about doing some scuba diving. It was in the back of my mind for 30 plus years, and I just had a chance to do it. So let me give you kind of a basic primer of some of the things you learn and enjoy while scuba diving.
Probably the first thing to remember is when you jump in, just relax. You're not going to go underwater because your buoyancy compensating vest is filled with air and is going to keep you up. When you're ready to go underwater and your dive instructor says, let's go, then you can release the air several ways from your BCC, and that will allow you to slowly go down to whatever depth you're going to, typically 30 or 60 feet. The one thing I had to learn and got used to very quickly is to compensate by, as I'm doing here, holding my nose and blowing, which equalizes the pressure through the ears. My first or second time I tried diving, I forgot to do this, and I was in a lot of pain when I went down and when I came up. So you can see here, equalize on a regular basis. Another thing that took me a while to learn is how to become neutrally buoyant. And to tell you this in just a simple method is, go to the bottom and then add air or reduce the amount of air in your vest until you're just floating naturally. At that point, you're neutrally buoyant. Then, and this took a little while for me to absorb in my brain, to go up, you inhale and hold the oxygen in your lungs, and that naturally makes you rise, or you blow out the bubbles, and it reduces the amount of air or buoyancy that you have. You slowly go down. And it sounds like this is pretty simple, but when you're underwater, you're not thinking about it. But once you master this process of being neutrally buoyant and then breathing in to go up and letting it out to go back down, it becomes a whole new world down there. Something else you want to consider is keeping an eye on how much air is in your tank. You dive at the very beginning between 3,000 and say 3,200 pounds of pressure in the tank. But by the end of the dive, Sandals likes to call it an end by about 1,000 pounds left in your tank, so you've got some reserve. You'll see here I'm checking my computer watch on a regular basis to see how much air I have. And that brings me to another point, is that you can buy your own gear and bring it with you. Yes, Sandals furnishes all your gear, including your masks and fins, but if you really get into it like I have, you end up buying pretty much everything but the tank. You can buy it locally. Here in Louisville, we have a great dive shop that I was able to purchase all my gear from, or you can buy it online. And always, by the way, keep an eye out for what's around you. Notice here's a jellyfish that was swimming right past me. Thank goodness I caught it in my vision before I swam into it. One more tip in my 20 plus dives that I've been doing now, and that is when you go up to the surface, you have to do a mandatory stop at about 15 feet for 3 minutes. You'll learn about that. But what I did not know is that as you come up and hit around the 20 or 15 foot mark, the air in your lungs expands, which makes you more buoyant and takes you up to the surface faster. So you blow out as much as possible to keep you at that 15-foot mark.
The cool thing about Sandals and getting certified to scuba dive here is that any Sandals that you go to, you are able to use that certification. You dive for free. I've gotten so into this, I bought all my own gear, but they supply all the gear for you if you want. So it's a great deal, not terribly expensive. They can do it within a day or two, depending upon your ability to learn, but typically about a day at most, and you are off and scuba diving. Just contact the Sandals if you're here, or if you don't want to go to Sandals, you go to a local dive shop in your city. They'll help you get certified and ready to enjoy scuba diving. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, I'd appreciate it, and I'd love to see you out here at a Sandals or in the water. I'm Bob Sokoler. Thanks for watching.